2 outs, nobody on. There it is. There it is. If it stays fair, and it is number 60.
The most celebrated moment from the Yankees' 61 season came when Roger Maris broke Babe Ruth's record with 61 home runs. But there are other facts about the 61 Yankees that are often overlooked. For instance, although Maris and Mantle were in a home run race for most of the season, Maris didn't hit his first home run until April 26th. Even more bizarre was what didn't happen to Maris the entire season.
I think Mickey really set up Roger's entire year hitting the 61 home runs. Roger had hit the home runs, but because Mickey started off so quickly, Roger kind of faltered along the way. They just wouldn't pitch to Mickey the rest of the year. Batting fourth, they would rather pitch to Roger, and I guess that's one of the great trivia questions. Roger Maris didn't get one intentional walk that entire year.
Almost lost in the home run shuffle was what pitcher Whitey Ford accomplished in the month of June.
For some reason, I pitched the first day of June and was able to have 8 starts in 1 month, which, is unheard of. You figure it's 30 days in a month and to get 8 starts, and I think I won all 8 of them.
Whitey did, in fact, win all 8 and posted the quietest 25-4 record of all time. But that's because the 61 Yankees' propensity for the long ball captured the fans' imagination. They hit a record 240 home runs that year, but few remember just how many were hit by their platooning catchers.
So it's 2 away, and here's Elston Howard, leading both leagues in hitting. 2 out, nobody on, no score, top of the second. The Yankees and the White Sox from Comiskey Park in Chicago. Now the 2-1 pitch is a drive deep to left field. That ball is gone way back. Tremendous home run. Man, Ellie really tagged that one. What a shot that was.
He was talking about being spoiled. Now, that's what you call spoiled. Our catchers hit 60 home runs that year. Nobody knows that either, I don't think. Elston Howard hit over 20. Johnny Blanchard hit 20 or more, and Yogi hit over 20.
But catchers were an afterthought as Mantle and Maris went head-to-head into September.
There goes Tony, and there's a high drive to deep right. Martin going back, and the ball is going, number 53. Mantle, who homered in the first inning, struck out twice since coming up. Swung on, there's a high drive to deep right field. Look out now, K-line, he is not going to get it, a home run. Number 50.
With Ruth's record in sight of both men, Mantle dropped from the running and the spotlight with a debilitating injury, leaving the shy Roger Maris to handle the suffocating pressure alone.
They would put a U-shaped pattern around his locker. And there literally towards the end there was anywhere from 25 to 35 riders around him. Well, the lockers have got a wire mesh, and the guys would be in my locker asking them questions through the screen. Well, so I was the only ball player in the ball club that had a confessional.
Roger, all of a sudden, is thrown right in the middle of all this publicity and everything. His nerves were so bad that big pieces of hair was coming out of his head, it was unbelievable.
I was losing hair and all that other stuff, so I think I was going through a lot of mental strain without really realizing what was happening. It was just, it snuck up on me. One day we're in Baltimore and somebody said, "Gee, you got a lot of hair missing the back of your head." Well, I can't see back there, so I didn't know, and I think it was just a lot of strain coming on that I really wasn't aware of.
He did, of course, do it, and years before it was fashionable, made perhaps the first recorded curtain call.
Then you got a handful of people sitting out in left field, but in right field, man, it is mobbed out there. And they're standing up. Here's the windup. Fastball hit deep to right. This could be it. Way back there. Holy cow.
I played 16 years. I really never, ever saw anybody get a standing ovation. And it was something that, to me, when I came in, I did my job. I hit the 60. I was fortunate enough to hit the 61. I was just doing my job. It was all in line of duty, so I really didn't feel it was anything special that I should go jump out in the field and tip my hat and throw my hands up. And when I came in, of course, the people kept clapping. The guys trying to push me out of the dugout, and I was embarrassed to go out there. You know, here I am, all these people, you know, and it was really, I was embarrassed to go out there.
Meanwhile, Whitey Ford continued to labor in the shadows. And after Maris took care of Ruth with the bat, Whitey took aim at the Babes World Series pitching record of 29 2/3 consecutive scoreless innings.
But that was the best kept secret in baseball. About the 5th inning, I didn't know it, but I had broken the record. And I was coming off the mound in Cincinnati, and a lot of people got up and started applauding, and I didn't know why, because not many people applauded for the Yankees in Cincinnati. And I realized that a couple of the players in the dugout knew about it, and they shook hands, and then I realized what it was, but it was a pretty well-kept secret.
But for Sal Durante of Brooklyn, who caught Rogers' 61st home run, the real drama didn't begin till after the season.
It was obvious that we had to get that baseball. It was obvious that we had to identify it. You know, we were going to make something of this event.
They wouldn't let me take the ball out of Yankee Stadium. Okay. And so I agreed to put my initials on the baseball. And that's the way I left it until I went to Sacramento to meet Roger. And we did a publicity stunt there. He was supposed to meet me in Sacramento and exchange the ball. The restaurant owner would give me the $5,000. I would give him the ball, and in turn, he'd give Maris the ball as a gift.
Restaurateur Sam Gordon ensured that Maris got the home run ball.
And I'm going to present this ball to you, Roger. I'm making you a gift of this ball for you to do with it as you see fit, for your own personal memoirs, or to put in the Hall of Fame. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
'Twas a fitting end to the Yankees' 61 season. Roger got the ball and the glory, and Sal picked up the check.
It has to be the happiest day of my life.
The clean life